if you've lost pressure in your heating system, here's how to top it up. If you've got one of these universal standard filling loops, the pressure should be around about 1.5 bar. And as you can see on this gauge here, it's very low, just hovering above 0. So that needs topping up. Before you top it up, one thing you have to consider is that you don't top it up too high, because having too much pressure is sometimes even worse than having not enough pressure. So here's how to do it. The first rule of thumb is that the positions of these taps on the filling loop. So when the black tap goes across the line of the valve, as in the case here, so this one there is sitting across, that one's sitting upwards, they are closed, and that's how they should normally be sitting in the closed position. If they're in line with the valve like that, they're open. So when you've done the job, put them back to the closed position. So now we're going to just top that pressure up, show you how to do it. We'll do it ever so slowly. So to fill it up, you just need to open both of these valves and then allow the pressure gauge to rise up to roughly where that red indicator is, but anywhere above 1 is sufficient, between 1 and 1.5. So one at a time, open these valves. So this one is now open. So this is cold water from the mains going through this valve, through the hose and into the heating system. So as you open those valves, you'll start to see the pressure rise. So let's open the other one up. And this is where you have to be cautious. So you can open both and do it quite quickly, but you might be better to open it, one of them, just slightly so that it doesn't pressurize too quickly, because then you might accidentally over pressurize it. So we're going to allow that pressure to rise. As you can see, the gauges start to go up. You should hear a hissing noise as well when you open those valves, which I don't know if you can hear that, but there's a hissing noise. So that pressure is rising slowly. We're at about 0.6 bar now. So it's slowly going up. So we're in control. So we want to make sure that that's not going to go too high. You don't really want it to go above that indicator. So as we get to 1 bar, so we just get ready to shut those valves off so that we don't put more pressure in the system than is necessary. Okay, so we're at 1 bar. So that's an okay pressure to leave it at, but we're just going to go up a little bit higher just to make sure, just put about 1.5. So when you're happy with the pressure there, put the valves back to the closed position. So as I said, across the line of the valve. So those are both now shut off, as you can see. So no water is now getting past that valve. The reason you have to shut them both off is that there's a possibility that one of those valves could be still letting water through. And if you leave one of them open, you're going to get a constant trickle of water into the heating system, and then over a certain amount of time, that pressure is going to rise and rise and rise. And then what happens when it gets to 3 bar, the safety valve is going to dump water outside, and you might get stuck with a situation where the pressure is dropping regularly, like on an hourly or daily basis, and you're having to top it up all the time. So this is something you need to do occasionally. If it's happening on a regular basis, then you've probably got a leak somewhere or a problem with the expansion vessel, and then it's time to call in a gas engineer. But for now, that's going to get you going. That's how you top up the pressure in your heating system.